this is Spidey1958, and welcome to my Let's Play Feed the Beast Monster, Episode 2. I've done a bunch of mining, and unfortunately it's raining right now. And it's day, so I can't do anything about it. So let's go ahead and get some building started. There are several issues I have to deal with. One of food. I have a little garden out here in the rain. I did find a village way up there in like the snow level with some lava. So I did manage to get some potatoes, and I got some barley growing, and I got some wheat growing. Let's go ahead and harvest our wheat up here. Okay, and replant that. And I did get some sugarcane going, and I've harvested a bunch of wood. So we have some basic resources. So let's go ahead and throw this stuff in here for the moment. And let's start with, I think we need to build a grinder. I think I have what I need for that. So I need 3 of those, I know. And I'm going to need some smooth stone cooked up. Let's grab some cobble. So we're also going to need a processor, but I'll explain that when I get to that point. So grinder, or is it grindstone? I think it's grindstone. Yep, grindstone. So I'm going to need a wooden gear, 3 smooth stone. Okay, so let's go ahead and get 8 of those and go ahead and throw them in there. Pull out the bread. Okay, and then we need 2 pieces of wood, or 4 sticks, whichever. Grab the wood. For some reason you can't make mattocks, so I had to actually make a traditional hoe for my garden. Okay, do we have 3 of these done yet? We do now. Okay, grindstone. Whoops, had to be in here. Then click on this, and then I can do this. Okay, and then we need 5 sticks. Boom, 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 boom. And we have a handle. So let's go ahead and put that over right there. And then let's grab, well, iron's what we're going to need first. So let's go ahead and get about 4 iron, and then we'll figure out what we need from there. So if we throw our iron in the grindstone here, and then we right click on here, it will slowly grind our iron like a macerator, giving us doubling our ore output. Mind you, this is very manually intensive, so I will probably use it to generate some basic first resources. And most of that I'll probably do on camera, because I don't think you want to see an entire episode of me sitting here right-clicking the little handle to spin around. Okay. Ooh, that actually mostly got it. Okay. So then we got our iron. We'll go ahead and throw that in. Okay, now we want to make a processor. A processor is to help process my wheat. So an agricultural processor is going to require bricks, a furnace, 2 wood, and an iron. So let's go ahead. I know I have a bunch of clay somewhere. There we are. So there's our 8 clay. Let's go ahead and make our furnace. And In fact, let's go ahead and drop our furnace down right there for the temporarily and throw our clay in there. Make our bricks. Our iron is cooking up. And what else did I need for the processor? 2 wood. And I have that. So all I need is my 5 bricks to cook up. And actually, while we're doing that, let's go ahead and break this. This is an axe. You're supposed to break quickly with axes. Why are you not breaking quickly? Wow, this has got to be the slowest I've ever seen. Oh, is my axe broken? Maybe my axe is broken. My axe was broken. I was trying to break it with a broken axe. No wonder it was taking forever. Okay, let's go ahead and throw that in our table so we get the crafting station, which is basically the same, except it lets us keep stuff in it. But it won't let us actually do that. Well, that's no fun. So maybe I'll replace that with a normal crafting bench again. Which Exact used to let you keep stuff in there, but I think they may have disabled that to okay, there we have our processor. And let's go ahead and set that down. Well, let's make this our cooking area. I have no idea how to use a processor. So let's look for wheat. So uses for wheat. Processed recipe. I assume we use wheat somehow in a processor, but I don't understand. Maybe there's a different processor. Sag mill, carpenter, fermenter, grinder. Turns it into miscellaneous flour. So what happens if I put wheat? I assumed that I could just use oh, there it is. Why does it look different now? Is there 2 parts to it? There are 2 parts to it. Ah, that suddenly makes sense. So I assume the lower part we have to supply with coal. Or charcoal in this case. And we're making flour. Yay! So flour we need in a prepared recipe where we can make dough. Okay. So we have a counter, we have an oven. So let's see what we need to make a counter. So we need more bricks, more wood. Okay, so let's go ahead and grab more clay, which is in this box. And I just heard an Enderman. I know I just heard an Enderman. And let's put the rest of that in there. And we'll need some more wood. So let's grab some birch. And I think I'm going to go ahead and build another normal workstation because I like to be able to shift click. Okay. So we have our 5 of that. So let's go here and make our chest. And there we have our counter. So we will put our counter down there. Ah, and that looks like that's where we do that sort of stuff. What does it take to make the oven? Let's go and make that oven. Maybe it's a better oven. At least gives me some place that I'm not smelting my fuel in the same place that I'm there we are, a little kitchen. So we have our flour here. So let's go ahead and, oh, apparently you can only put one thing at a time in there. We're going to need buckets. We're also going to need a place for water. A little permanent pool of water. Yeah, I'm getting strange lag, which can't be from the machine itself. Oh, it's night. I can sleep. Maybe the rain will go away. In the village I did find a little shop. Or tinkers. And they had a iron sword blade. They did not have any sort of metallic pickhead, which would have been nice. So that'll probably have to wait until I get a foundry. Let's go ahead and harvest our barley. Barley seems to grow faster than our wheat does, which is probably good. And let's harvest our potatoes. So we'll replant our potatoes and replant our barley. And let's go ahead and throw these in here for the moment. Okay. Go here, put the water there. Put the water here. And we have a permanent water source. So if we put, see if this works the way I think it does. Apparently that's not how you do a prepared recipe. It's got the right boxes. Oh, that's storage. That's interesting. That's cooking. Weird double blocks. Okay, well, hold on a minute. I'll be back once I figure out what I'm doing wrong. Okay, I'm back. And let's try this. Let's get some clay here. And let's do this. It gives us 12 clay cups, and it gives us 12 clay bowls. Let's go ahead and throw them in here to cook. Okay, and then let's take a bucket of water here and put it in with our clay cup. That was weird. What does a bucket of water give you? That was weird. Maybe it just takes time. Or maybe it's because I had more than one. Oh. Well, you don't want to use buckets because it eats the bucket. So good safety tip there. And that makes dough, which we can put in our oven. Let's grab a little coal here. And we will put our dough in there. This sets the temperature. The higher you set it, the faster it cooks, but also the faster it burns. So you don't want to just walk away from this one. You basically want to keep an eye on it and pull the stuff out as soon as it's done. And that gives us bread. Okay. So you have to have clay and you lose the cup all the time. So it's not a great cooking thing. It's certainly more realistic. And I want to see, what was it when I put water in here? I can get salt. So apparently you can just create salt from buckets of water. Oh, that's good to know. Okay, so I have my flour. And if we fill up another cup here. So really that's not a very efficient way to make bread. I was trying to make a more efficient way of making bread. And really that isn't that much more effective. So I think instead I'll just cook barley. And we'll worry about using this when we get more fancier foods. So let's go ahead and throw all this stuff in our food chest. And throw those in there. Okay. Well, next I think I need some copper and some gold and stuff like that ground up and made. So why don't I go ahead and get that stuff grinded up and we'll work on some new machines. So hold on. Okay, I think I have what we need to start. So let's go ahead. First thing we need is to make a steam dynamo. Now we can use, there's two ways we can make copper gears. We can either do it with basically iron around with copper around, which is a little bit more use up iron, or we can do stone gears. So I think we're going to do stone gears. So let's see, I think I have wood right here. So I'll get two wooden gears, surround it by copper, like that, or stone. And then we can do our copper. That gives us two copper gears. And And then we need some redstone and a redstone transmission car, which requires silver. So let's grab a couple pieces of redstone. And silver. So that makes that point. We need another piece of redstone. Go grab all our redstone because we're probably going to use a lot of it here. Okay, so we should have everything we need. Okay, why aren't you working? So we'll do it this way. Where'd the other gear go? I did make 2 of those, correct? No, I did not make 2 of those. Okay. So that gives us a steam dynamo, the first thing we want to build. The next one we want to build is... It's not a pulverizer. So to build a pulverizer, we're going to need a piston, some flint, one of those. So let's go ahead and do the piston first, because I know that will work in here. Okay, then next we need machine frame. And then we need one of those. And we need some flint. Flint. And that gives us our pulverizer. And let's go ahead and lead. There we are. Leadstone energy conduit, which can only handle 80 red flux a tick. I think we have everything we need to make one of those, which is all we need for now. And let's go and get a second bucket since I ate one of my buckets. And fill them from this. And I think we're actually going to put our ore processing down here in the mines. At least for now. And this is like slime central down here. So I shouldn't have any shortage of slime balls. Oops. Let me grab my other sword here. Okay. So I think for the moment... Oh, we didn't want to do that yet. Let's go ahead and break him. Well, maybe I don't want to break him. Maybe I need to make a wrench. So let's go make a wrench. Or a universal crescent. It's a long way hopping up these stairs. I should do something about that. Okay, so crescent, or is it crescent? We can make one of those. And let's go ahead and make a crafting bench for down there. And let's go ahead and make a chest. And let's make another chest. And go ahead and make a hopper. Did I cook up some more iron? There's more copper. More copper. Apparently I didn't get more iron. So let's go ahead and grab iron. And that's the first thing we'll throw in our new machine. Okay. Okay. Oh, there's no good place. Problem, the corners aren't big enough down here. Let's get this out. And we'll put it running here. Get that going there. And we'll place our first machine there. And let's go ahead. Get ourselves a water source thingy down here. Oops. And I'm basically going to fill this thing up with water. There we are. It's filled up with water. And I didn't bring any charcoal down at all. Well, let's go ahead and get this set up. I'm going to go ahead and for the time being, I'm going to put a chest here. That's only going to be temporary. Put a hopper on top and configure the top will be blue. Then this side will send out both products, and we will throw our iron in there. And I'm going to run up and get some charcoal and start that cooking, and then we'll work on our next machine. So I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I hope I have everything I need to make the next thing we want to make, which is the redstone furnace. So the first thing we need to make is one of these. Now you're not doing it again. Didn't you just make one of those without any problem? What is with you? I don't know what's going on with it. I know why that's not working. Why aren't you working? Well, oh well. Oh, I need more iron. Well, that's not very useful. So let's go ahead and make us a normal furnace down here. And grab a little bit of charcoal out of here. And we should have pulverized iron in here. Whoops. Start that cooking up so we can get our 4 more iron we need. And we'll go ahead and make one of these. Is that the right one? Yep. Now that worked. I don't understand why some of this stuff doesn't work. Well, because I didn't have enough iron. That's why that didn't work. And now we have enough iron. Okay. That's still not working. Okay. Oh, because I'm short a piece of glass. Okay, hold on. Let me go run and get some sand. Okay, let's try this one more time. Third time's the charm, right? There we go. That gives us our furnace, which powers off the same thing. So let's go ahead and grab this out. And go ahead and break that. Put our furnace down here. Put our chest right down here for the time. Let's go ahead and put our chest on top. That gives us room for other machines there. So then we're going to go ahead and configure this. Make that an input. And that an output. And now when we throw stuff in here, such as our tin, it should automatically go in here to be processed and cooked, and then show up in here as the finished product. Yay! And that gives us an automated processing. We're doubling our ore and smelting it in that. I just throw it in the hopper and it comes out in the chest. So we'll automate this more in the near future, such as getting the water in here automated, which it's about to run out of water right now. There we go, water again. And I'll have to go get more charcoal or bring coal or something like that. So next time we will probably add more power to this, because this needs about 60 power to run at full speed, and that only generates 40. So, because if we check here, this takes 20 a turn, and this takes 40 a turn, and we're only producing 40 a turn. So but that will automate our system. So until next time, as always, if you enjoyed this episode, go ahead and give me a like or a comment. I do appreciate likes, as it can get me more views. And if you disliked the episode, leaving me a dislike's fine, but please leave a comment saying why you disliked it. As always, this is Spidey1958, and have fun Minecrafting!